Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Watches TV, where I watch all the television shows. I watch all the television shows, and then I come over here and I respond to them. Y'all, I have so many TV shows on my list that I still need to make videos about. I want to talk about Grotesquerie. I want to talk about Teacup. I want to talk about Escape from Dan Mora. I got True Crime that I want to talk about. The Jinx 2, which I was going to film 3 months ago. I've got 1,000-Pound Sisters. I've got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Orange County. I've got 1,000-Pound Best Friends that I just started watching. I've got so many shows to talk about over here. And so I got to pick one a day. I'm starting to think that maybe I need to make 3 or 4 videos a day over here. I don't know. But anyway, today I want to talk about, because I've had so many people that have asked me about this. They're like, Peter, do you watch the show From? Peter, if you haven't watched the show From, you should start watching the show From. And then people that know that I watch the show From, and people are like, what is the show? It's From. It's called F-R-O-M, From. And people that know that I watch it, they're like, Peter, what did you think about the ending of From of season 3? I thought it was crap. That's what I thought. There, my review's done. Let's turn off the camera. No, I thought it was crap. I thought it was crap. So, for those of you that do not know, let me Google search. I should have this already. Let me Google search From the TV show really quick so I can give you guys a quick synopsis. I will also give you a quick synopsis in my own words, but let's read it right here. So From is a horror TV show, not some whores in this house, but a horror TV show that started in 2022, and it just finished its 3rd season, and it's on MGM, and it's about, here's a synopsis: the residents of a small town struggle to find a way out when mysterious unknown forces keep them from leaving. So, okay, that's true, but this is what really the show's about. So the show starts with this family, and they're like in this RV, and they're driving down the road, and they're on this like road trip. I can't even remember where they're going at this point now. It's a mom and dad and their 2 kids. And there's this like tree in the road, okay? And so they get out to like see what they can do and how they can get around this tree, okay? But then, when they get back on the road to turn around, because they go back the other way, they just keep on coming around and around and around in circles. It's like an episode of Twilight Zone. So they're basically stuck in this small town with all these other people that have come upon this tree in the road, or they got into this town. A lot of people just came into the town, and they're all stuck. So there's always people that are stuck in this town, okay? And there's no way, they don't know how to get out of this town. So they're just stuck there for eternity now, okay? And a bunch of weird stuff always happens. So then you got people that live, like this is the beginning of the show, okay? Like a lot of these people have already died, but I ain't gonna ruin that for you. Okay, so you got this like woman and her husband, and they run the diner. There's a diner there, okay? And then their son is the deputy to the sheriff, and the sheriff is the guy that was on the TV show Lost. I think it's by the producers of Lost, okay? And then there's a motel there in this small town, and then there's a bunch of houses where a lot of these people live, and then there's this place called Colony House, okay? And Colony House is where like all the hippies live, okay? And I think it's run but by this woman named Donna. I love Donna so much, and they're constantly like growing their own food and things like that. They smoke a lot of pot and stuff like that. They're growing their own pot, and they smoke their own pot, and they have like big spaghetti. It's like, imagine like a bunch of hippies living in this house. And, oh, just imagine the state of Washington. Anyway, it's kind of like that, okay? Colony House, okay? It's kind of where you'd want to live, though, if you lived there. I mean, if I was, listen, I've been sober for almost 30 years, but if I was stuck in some town that I couldn't get out of, I mean, I want my own bedroom, my own bed, as much pot as I could smoke, and movie night with spaghetti. That's what I would want. So I would want to live at Colony House, okay? I would not want to be living down there on House Row, okay? Where everybody's always scared and all this kind of stuff. So then there's these ghoulies that come out at night, and they're real scary, okay? They walk real slow like this. They always have these creepy smiles on their face. And they're like people that have died, okay? Like waitresses and people that work for like the gas station, and not the gas station company, but just like the gas station. And they always have these scary looks on their face, okay? And kids and stuff like that. And then if you have a talisman on your door, then it means these people can't get in and they can't kill you. But now we found out that that doesn't mean nothing anymore. The talismans don't mean anything. But then, so then they can't get in if you have this talisman on your door. And then if you try to like get them, then they shriek and they go, ah! And then they get real scary. They're real scary. Like my friend Tanya Jean, she can't even watch it, not even in the daytime unless her husband's at home. She gets so scared. And so then they're trying to figure out how they kill these things and where these things come from. And they live under the ground in these tunnels. And then there's this guy, and his name's Victor, and he's been there ever since he was a kid. It's confusing. Anyway, on the 3rd season, his dad comes on. But anyway, he's been there ever since he was a kid, and everybody got killed. So he's always like drawing pictures, and he's real confused about the whole entire world. And then there's this guy that makes booze. He's like, that's all he does. Well, he makes booze, and then he like plays the violin and piano. He's a musician, philosopher. He knows a lot about science, but then he also makes booze on top of it. I don't know. There's a lot of different people in there. And then there's the police officer that's trying to run the town, and he's always shouting at people like, please, I'm just trying to help us find a way to go, okay? And then you might ask yourself, and then a bunch of people die, and then new people come, and then a bunch of people die. And this chick, like, she goes into a tree, and then she comes out of a lighthouse, and then she falls out, and then she's in the hospital in another town, and she's not trapped there anymore. That was last season. But anyway, it's so confusing, and you guys are like, please don't ruin it for me. Nothing that I said ruin it for you, because I can trust you. It don't make sense to me, so it will never make sense to you if you've never watched the show. But should you watch the show, or should you not watch the show? You should definitely watch the show, okay? Because as confusing as it is, I absolutely love the show. But I don't give a shit about Fatima, and if you know who Fatima is, then you get it. And if you don't, if you know, you know. Like that little thing they say online, you know, IK, whatever. Anyway, if you know, you know. But if you don't, you don't. I don't give a shit about Fatima. But I do love Donna. I want to learn more about Donna, okay? And the one girl, what was her name? Sarah, that stabbed her brother. She cut her brother's neck. That's like in episode 1, so that won't ruin it for you. But she like cut her brother's neck, and then they put her in that box where they put everybody. But they only put like one person in that box, and now nobody's in that box anymore. Even though people that killed, like they killed that woman, Tilly. But then, Fatima. I don't give a shit about Fatima. I don't care if she's having a baby or she's not having a baby. I mean, we know now what happened with the baby. But anyway, about season 3. Okay, let me tell you what I think about season 3. So I was real excited when season 3 started, okay? I was like, oh my God, season 3 is so good. My friend Tawny Jean and I, we were talking every single night about it. Well, not every single Sunday, because it's on Sunday nights. And, well, it comes on Sunday, I guess, on MGM. So anyway, we would talk about it, and we would be like, oh my God, this season is so good. This season is so good. Well, like the first 4 or 5 episodes were really good. Then it got really, really bad, okay? And the last 5 episodes were so boring. They were so boring. Nothing about it surprised me. Somebody said to me in a video the other day, they said, you don't understand it. No, I don't understand it. I understand enough. I mean, I've watched the same episodes everybody else has. I mean, the thing is that you know about this, if you've watched Lost, then you know that anybody that tells you that you do not understand the show, what they know is, and what you know is, that they don't understand the show. Because there's nothing to understand, okay? Lost introduced storylines and characters that there was never any completion or fruition to whatsoever. And they're doing the same thing with Lost. They brought stuff up in season 1 that they have never talked about since. In season, not Lost, From. They talked about stuff in from season 1 that they have never talked about since, okay? I mean, I could do a whole video just about 20 things they brought up that they've never talked about since, okay? For example, let me just give you an example. There was a man that went in a tree in season 3. They go into these trees because they think they can escape that way. He goes into a tree, and he comes out in the side of a swimming pool, okay? And he's just stuck in there, all right? Like in the side of the swimming pool. And they go there and they talk to him until he's like dying, and everybody's real upset about it. But nobody thinks that they're going to get this man out of the cement. I mean, they just let him sit there. They haven't talked about it since. They bring up stuff all the time that they don't bring up ever again in the show. They never address. So as all those people are walking up and down the streets, and From, that man is just stuck there on the side of the swimming pool, dead. They got a rotting body in the side of a swimming pool, still stuck there to this day, okay? And I know that they said that they were going to do something with that body, and they were going to, Donna said she was going to cover it up, and they were going to do all this kind of stuff, but did they? Because they didn't show it. I didn't see it, okay? So he's still stuck there like this to this day on the side of the swimming pool, okay? Which means that no kids can swim in that swimming pool, even if it wasn't snowing, and maybe they'd want to have a swimming pool, but they can't, because there's some dead man stuck there because he tried to get out of From, because we don't even know the name of the town. We all just call it From. If you say, what's the name of the town, you'd say From, or Colony House, which is where everybody's smoking pot and eating spaghetti and having all kinds of sex. But anyway, that's beside the point. What did I think about season 3? I thought it started off real strong. I thought it ended up really stupid, okay? And then, I hate when they do stuff like this, cliffhangers at the very end of a season, okay? It already got renewed for season 4. But let me tell you this. They're saying now that it probably won't come out until the very end of 2025 or possibly the beginning of 2026 because it's going to take a whole year to film. So it already got renewed, but we might not even see it for 2 years. It's the new Stranger Things, okay? So for 2 years, we got to be completely confused about what's going on with this show. Why? Because in the last 30 seconds of season 3, they do a time warp on us, okay? It's like that show Dark. If you ever watch the show Dark, they do a time warp on you. Now, I will tell you this, okay, about the show From. I love the characters. I don't really want to be stuck there, but there's been times that I thought it might be kind of fun to live in that town, From. I'm confusion, but the confusion is part of what I love because it's interesting to me. But I don't want to wait 2 years to find out why his daughter got a haircut, okay? And it's a time warp in the last 30 seconds, and she comes running through the woods, and then all of a sudden, he's got his throat ripped out, which is probably something that happened 10 years ago. It didn't really happen because they're not going to do that to a main star. You know, I mean, Yellow Jackets does that. But in Yellow Jackets, they'll kill a main star in the last episode, but From isn't going to do that. So we know he's not dead. But why does his daughter have a different haircut? They've given a timeline? I'm so confused, okay? And now we know that the woman is the mother of the child that she had with the guy that's making booze that plays violins from 100 years ago. And they're constantly on this time loop and they can't ever get out. And we got to wait 2 years to find out what's going on. What the fuck? I'm over it. So as much as I love this show, I'm over it. But will I be watching it the second they release the next episode? 100%. I love this show. It's the kind of show that drives me crazy to watch because I love to watch it, but I am so confused at the same time. And definitely put your theories below. I've read all the articles. I've tried to do all the explanations, all kinds of stuff. I don't need your explanations, but thank you very much. I appreciate it, okay? I do. I appreciate it. Anyway, let me know if you like this show. I don't want to know what you think about it. I just want to know if you like it or not, okay? But if you're looking for something to binge, I would highly recommend binging From, but it will bring confusion, and there's no conclusive ending to it. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.